Hey, so my phone ran out of battery. My phone ran out of battery. So I kind of just making a part two. Man, energy. So it just like span throughout. Like I just felt this dark depression of doubt and like that. Like I had such a bright vision for myself that I had cultivated and knew that I could do this and have proven to myself that I can be this successful person because I'd done, healing sessions where I made over $500 in a group session. I'm like, wow, like that's just like 20 minutes of work. I'm going to be a millionaire if I keep doing this, but first I got to get through my healing process. There's divine timing to things. And so I have all this inspiration. But when my dad hugged me, it was just like, oh, like so much worry from my dad, and my dad's so loving, but it's coming from fear and worry. Obviously, it's coming from lack of faith, and it's coming from him not seeing me for who I am and not having faith in me, right? So anyways, I guess I finished my thought there. Man, I'm in like a tough situation. There's this girl that I met, and she wants to help me plant my garden. And I feel like this could turn out to be a relationship. Like, this is a potential for me to have a relationship with this person. But at the same time, it's like, my twin flame. And so it's like, man, in this thing that's going on between me and my twin flame right now, is like, I mean, it looks like there is no hope in me and my twin flame ever coming together. It looks like that she doesn't like me, that she just sees me as a crazy person, which does not help out my relationship in these things between me and my parents. And there's some legal things between me and my parents I'm trying to deal with. When I was 19, I was overly medicated and I was going through a spiritual awakening and I didn't know it was a spiritual awakening, right? And so I ended up like going to a mental hospital and they put me on a medicine. I gained like 50 pounds in like a month from the medicine. And because of the whole situation, my parents became my legal guardians. And 4 years ago, when I woke up, I went to the courthouse, and removed the guardianship. But I guess I didn't remove this certain part of the guardianship. So my parents are my legal guardians, and that's like, so my parents have this level of control over me, which sucks. So I'm trying to resolve this legal guardianship between me and my parents, and I don't really know how to do it. Like, I have to prove that I can live on my own. I've been living on my own for the past for over 4 years, you know, and like, it sucked when I was visiting family last year because then my dad legally put me in a mental hospital twice, right? Out of like out of his own delusion and saying I'm delusional, like, oh, you're because I was talking about my Sedona experiences, and everyone here talks about aliens and spirit guides and energy and stuff like that. But I decided to share what I was doing with my life with my family because they asked, and oh, you're delusional. There's something wrong with you. Your intuition's wrong. This person's not your twin flame, and So I was put in a mental hospital, and I was in a healing crisis too. I was having a very difficult time and was lashing out and getting triggered. So there was that reason, but you know, essentially, as soon as I get back to Nebraska, my mom and my dad are just like, we want you on medicine. And it goes against every core of my being to be put on medicine. It goes against my health, um, my health knowledge. It goes against my spiritual beliefs. So it's like, I mean, I do not believe in psych meds. Honestly, I don't really believe anyone needs to be on any psych meds. You know, if anyone's going to be on any psych meds, it would be an antipsychotic for a very short period of time to ground that person. But honestly, if someone's having a psychotic episode, I think they need to learn to cope with that. And when you have a psychic opening, it mimics signs of psychosis. You know, same with sensory overload. If you have high functioning autism and are sensitive and have too much affective empathy, aka empathic ability. So, like, what is it? Is it mental illness or is it spiritual awakening? So, I don't even know if mental illness is necessarily a real thing as we believe it. But if mental illness is real, then mental illness is over here and spiritual awakening's over here on the other end. So, spiritual awakening is not mental illness, right? And I'm not mentally ill. I'm going through a spiritual awakening. and I'm going through a lot of healing and clearing, and I'm clearing collective, and not having a family that supports that sucks. It does. But thank God that I'm back here in Sedona. My roommate, all of my roommates talk about ascension symptoms. Like, everyone in my house is going through something with their twin flame. So, man, my twin flame needs to commit. My twin, hopefully she watches these videos. If she don't commit, it might lead to a relationship with someone else. And we don't want that mess, right? You know? Because I do doubt myself. I do doubt this relationship. You know, I have so many, like energetic experiences where it's like I'm empathing my twin flame. I'm seeing visions of her, like tuning into her energy and seeing what she's doing. She always wears a headband, and I see her headband usually, and I can feel her energy, and I can see her bracelet, and like I can see her painting and things like that, and like she'll cry and the tears will manifest physically in my eyes, like very profound things. So it's like I shouldn't doubt this, right? But what she did would totally make someone go into doubt. So she needs to correct that. Right now, with these 2 full moons in Libra in a row, we're about to enter another full moon in Libra. Like, this is all about relationships, and it's about justice in courts. So, like, this is going to resolve, you know, my legal issues. Maybe the universe wants me to have a short-term relationship with this other person, because you know, I don't know exactly what happened with my twin flame, but apparently she has an ex-partner, and I'm like, you know, I'm like texting you every day for a year and just hoping that you're listening to me, because she wasn't responding, but I wasn't saying I was blocked. And then after I texted her for over a year, I sent her a text one day, and then it was like, you've been blocked. And it's like, oh, okay, why did it not show that I was blocked before? Isn't that interesting? So I'm thinking, like, maybe she was listening to me. So apparently she does have an ex-partner, and I don't know if she willingly slept with this person, but this person raped her, sexually assaulted her, and molested her, and like she beats herself up for it and lashes in at herself and has this self-hatred. And it's like, why would you think like, why would you beat yourself up for like attracting someone that's not compassionate and caring and considerate? Because you did. You attracted someone like me that is compassionate and caring and sensitive, right? So, yeah. I'm feeling energy from this other person. And so, you know, and kind of what pissed me off is like my twin flame posted something saying that she went on a few dates with someone from her poem group. It's like, whoa, wait. I like, even though the circumstances with this twin flame relationship are the way that they are, that does not mean that there are not boundaries. And there totally needs to be boundaries created. There needs to be a commitment made. And so it's like, if I sleep with someone else or date someone else, like, I mean, it's not like this is a date really with this person, but I even feel like it is wrong for me to spend time really with another person, with another woman, because I wouldn't want her doing that. So it's like there needs to be a commitment, there needs to be boundaries made, there needs to be communication. This has gone on for far too long. It does not have to be like this, right? So, yeah, I guess this is the raw experience of pretty much the gist of what I have been going on the difficult end of what I have been going through for the past 4 years. Dealing with family that scapegoats me and projects all of their illness onto me and then says I'm the one mentally ill. That projects, or that sees me as the black sheep, where I'm different. I'm into aliens and spirituality, and I want to live a spiritual life, and I want to ascend and go through these ascension symptoms and mutate and evolve and revolutionize the planet. I don't want to settle for a survival thing and just be a common mundane Joe. I don't want to do that. I want to be I want to be famous, I guess. And before, I didn't really want to be famous, but I foresaw myself as, yeah, I'm probably going to be a somewhat famous person as a spiritual leader or teacher or something. I feel that I'm being called in that direction. So, oh man, I'm losing my. So I feel like I'm being called in that direction. And my family just sees me as someone that they're gonna have to take care of for the rest of their life, like I'm a burden, and they're worried about me. They have no faith in me, and it sucks. I guess actually, it doesn't suck, but here's why it sucks. It's the part of it that does suck is that my parents still are my legal guardians. I don't really know how to resolve that. I do feel that it will get resolved within time. It's just right now I just got to get through this. And right now it just doesn't feel good that my parents could send me to a mental hospital anytime or a group home or something like that. I mean, that's my fear. I don't think they're not probably not going to do that, but it's like, when someone that doesn't understand you or what you're going through, but thinks they do, because my parents don't understand the spiritual side of things. The delusion that they project onto me is mental illness, which, like I said, I'm not mentally ill. Mental illness is way over here. Spiritual awakening is here. So I'm going through a spiritual awakening. So if you feel like you're crazy and you're seeing energy and feeling anxious and your mood's kind of in and out, you're not manic bipolar, you're going through a spiritual awakening. If it's kind of weird, you're going through a spiritual awakening. You're not mentally ill. And, there's this one psychic guy that told me, he's like, yeah, I went through this for like 2 or 3 years, this period, and like I decided not to tell anyone. And I'm thinking like, oh, I guess I decided to tell my parents, when I started waking up. And a lot of people do. They want to express it because they get enthusiastic and excited, like, whoa, like this is real. Like, and you have the experience, or you feel inside, like, oh my God, you have the realization, like, whoa, this ascension is really real. Whoa, angels are really real. And it's like someone that's been Christian their whole life and apparently believes in angels, but hasn't had that switch inside of them that angels are really real. Like, they just think you're crazy. So, Cal Forever here. Thanks for listening. Peace.